Welcome back with another video, this time on crankcase briefer. So as you can see, I just changed my crankcase briefer and I'm going to show you how to do it. Just a little story. I'm having this car for about 2 years, and basically I drive somewhere, and after parking the car I switched on again the engine, and I realized basically the dash light came up and the steering was heavy. It wouldn't spin easily, and I look up online to see what the problem can be, and I end up with the blown up fuse. So the fuse that connect to the steering pump, it works for two other component, which is the oil pressure and also the crankcase briefer. So what I did, I changed the fuse 7.5 amps and it blown up again. I replaced it with a 10 amp and still it would just blow up. So I put it on the 15 amps and I drive the car for some time, 4-5 months, and then after 4-5 months it blown up again. And I felt like, all right, that's the time I need to find out what the problem is. And it's quite straightforward. You're putting a new fuse in. Before you switch on the engine, you simply unplug the one component at a time. So you can first unplug your steering pump and then switch on and see if this fuse blown up. It means your pump is okay, it's something else. So I did the same thing for the pressure sensor and oil pressure sensor and also crankcase briefer. And simply when I put a new fuse in and I remove the plug from the crankcase briefer, or unplug it basically, simply the fuse stay on. So I noticed basically the crankcase is the issue. Right, so let's back to it and I'll show you how I changed it. So to access the crankcase briefer, I'm gonna do it from the underneath of the car. So I jack up from the right side and my left wheel is top of the curb. That the shield under the engine, it doesn't need to come off, but I remove it to get more room. Basically it's for moving my hand around and simply have a little bit more space to just get the job done. To start with, as you can see, I removed the plug, basically the wire that goes to the crankcase briefer, and also I need to undo the hose from the crankcase briefer. From the top I removed the air filter box, so it's basically if I'm underneath I can see the crankcase briefer, and also it can be done from the top of the engine if you have a small hand. So I'm just getting rid of the air filter box. As you can see, there is a little hose on top of the crankcase briefer, so before I remove it I need to take that hose out as well. Right, to release the top pipe, so there is like a plastic ring that has a little dented or like a gear shaped tooth. So if you press on the both end, if you release the both end, there is two little notch at this both side. It's gonna release, and you can use a screwdriver to remove it from the top of the crankcase briefer. I need a Torx 30. Right, on the crankcase briefer there is a 3 bolts, and the one on the right side is much easier to be done from the top. So here, as you can see, I just stood up and from the top of the engine I'm trying to reach the bolt and take it off. Just a quick tip here, if you're doing the same thing, just jack up the car as much as you can. You get more space underneath, it's much easier to literally do the job. Right, as you can see, I managed to place back the new crankcase briefer, and I put all the fasteners in place, all the bolts, and what I'm gonna do now, just simply tighten them up. Here I removed the cap from the side of the crankcase briefer, and as you can see there is a low copper plate in there. I'm not sure if it's the heating element. For inside is a crankcase heater, and based on what I read, it heats up to basically make the vaporized oil or the gases flow easier through the cold climate basically. And if you have a faulty element, it literally blown up the fuse. And as you can see, there is some molten stuff is on the element, and basically that's it, and that's what it caused the fuse to blown up. Thanks for watching.